Welcome to Soul Heart Intuitive, a space for intuitive astrology, soul reflection, and grounded cosmic guidance. I'm Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching, and together we'll explore the wisdom of the skies and the wisdom already living within you. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, listen more deeply, and reconnect with the truth your soul already knows. So take a breath, settle in, and let's begin. Hi, beautiful souls. I'm Sarah, your soul oracle, deconditioning coach, and mirror here at Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. And this is your energy update for the week of April 26th to May 2nd. So this week, something is shifting, but it's not chaotic. It's not overwhelming. But it is revealing. It's quiet and clear in a way that's hard to ignore once you start to feel it. It's not loud, but it's undeniable. And if you slow down enough, you'll start to recognize it. The skies this week aren't pushing you forward. They're asking you to see clearly first, to notice what's real, what's aligned, and what's been building beneath the surface, waiting for your awareness. There's clarity here, but it requires presence to land. On April 26th, Venus is going to sextile Neptune. There's a softness here. Connection feels open, inspired, and a little bit dreamy. So let yourself enjoy it, but make sure you stay grounded. Not everything that feels good is meant to become something permanent, but let it inspire you without pulling you out of what's real. Also on April 26th, Mercury is going to square Jupiter. So big ideas may come through quickly. Excitement builds, perspective expands, but this is where you slow it down. Not every idea is ready yet. So talk it through, ground it, and give it structure because vision works best when it's supported by something real. On April 28th, Venus is going to trine Pluto. Connection deepens, and there's a magnetic pull here, something that asks you to look a little closer. Chemistry may feel intense, even transformative, but stay honest about what you want, about what you're available for. Depth is powerful when it's grounded in truth. On May 1st, we have our full moon in Scorpio. So something comes into the light, not to create chaos, but to create clarity. Truths that have been avoided, feelings that have been sitting beneath the surface, power dynamics that can no longer stay hidden. This is where you see what's real. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. On May 1st, Venus is going to sextile Saturn. Now there's a call for clarity in your relationships, not through assumption, but through conversation. What do you need? What do they need? Honesty here creates stability later. On May 1st, Mercury will conjunct Chiron. Something wants to be said, not perfectly, not rehearsed, but honestly. There's healing in giving your truth a voice, even if it feels vulnerable. On May 2nd, Mercury is going to enter the sign of Taurus. The energy is going to start to ground. Our focus will shift to what's real, what's sustainable, and what can actually be built. This is where you slow down and begin to create something that lasts. Patience here isn't delay, it's foundation. This week isn't about urgency, it's about clarity. And if something feels intense, if something is asking for your attention, if something beneath the surface is rising, you're not off track. You're seeing things clearly. Don't rush to respond. Don't force that next step. Let it reveal itself fully because the shift happening right now isn't about quick movement. It's about honest awareness. And from that place, your next step becomes obvious, not forced or reactive, but aligned. And the real shift, it's not happening outside of you. It's happening in how you see, how you feel, and how you choose to move forward. And it's not asking for perfection, just presence, honesty, and you. So take a breath. Remember, you're not behind. You're right on time. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You're not leaving the path. You are the path. Overall energy for this week. We have our three cards here. Sagittarius, I see. Leo, I will. And Jupiter, abundance. So you can really see these cards in the overall energy that I just went through for the aspects for this week. You're being asked to see things clearly in a different way that you have before. Not the way that you want to see things, but the way that they actually are. Leo, I will. How can you help move that along so that you can start to build what it is that you are looking for? And Jupiter is highly active this week and it's making things more abundant. But in this case, it's not abundance in terms of money or something that you want to have an abundant supply of. It's a matter of forcing you to see things clearly and to move in the direction that you're meant to go. So it might not be the type of Jupiter that you want, but it's the type of Jupiter that you're going to get. I've pulled cards for each of the zodiac signs and the messages. They're layered. Our sun and rising sign is where your future self is whispering to you through the veil. So let's tune in. Remember, this isn't a matter of controlling the outcome, but to mirror back what your soul already knows is ready to shift. So let this be your pause, your anchor, and your reminder that this energy isn't here to break you. It's here to recalibrate you. So we are going to start off with the sign of Aries. Aries, your card this week is rejection, unworthiness, shame, and dismissal. So, most likely, you have been having these feelings come up inside of you, and you have been rejecting them. They're not true. They're not right. They're not the way that I should be feeling, the way that I should be thinking. And you're really not necessarily seeing yourself clearly. Those emotions are fogging in what it is that you've been meant to see. And so you've just been dismissing it, rejecting it. But it's time for you to actually look at them, look below the surface, not just dismiss them as just something that is there and that there's nothing that you can do about it. You have the opportunity to do something here, to do something about it. So do something about it. Make a shift, make a change, do the work so that you can start to see yourself more clearly and you can become the person that you want to be. Taurus, your card this week is forgotten needs, neglect, suppression, and yearning for care. Most likely, Taurus, you have been taking care of so many other people. You're not taking care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself. Take care of your own needs. Don't forget that suppressing your own needs doesn't make them go away. It just means that they're going to come back later and they're going to come back stronger. So pay attention to what it is that your needs are this week. What do you need? What do you value? Don't neglect yourself. You need to care for yourself right now, especially with this full moon in Scorpio coming up. It is going to be intense for you. So pay attention to what it is that you can do to care for yourself this week. Gemini, your card this week is Invisible One, shrinking, hiding, and fear of being seen. You feel, Gemini, that if you make yourself invisible, things will just kind of happen. You don't have to put in the effort. You can just hide. You don't have to really be seen for the person that you are, possibly for your own needs. It's really hard to be in that position. I've been there. And it's really important that you find a way to make yourself be seen. And not necessarily the way that people want to see you, for the person you are. You've made yourself invisible because that's just easier. And that's not what we're meant to see things clearly about right now. We are meant to see things for what they really are. You have needs, you have wants, you have desires, you have things that you want to accomplish, you have goals. So do them. Don't just be invisible and let everybody else's needs take precedent over yours. Because it's going to be harder and harder for you to be seen for the person that you are if you don't let that person out. So let that person out. Speak clearly about what it is that you want and what it is that you need and who you are. That is your sense of honesty this week. Cancer, your card this week is betrayal, broken trust, anger, and heartbreak. Betrayal is a really hard thing to have to experience. We have people who we expected things of them. We expected that they would be there, they would help take care of us. They weren't going to hurt us. Unfortunately, hurt is a natural part of life, but betrayal is not. But what can you do with those emotions that are coming up inside of you? Those are the pieces that you need to be paying attention to. What do they make you feel? What are they making you experience? Because Those are something that you could do something about. The other person and their actions, you can't control what they did, but you can control how you feel. And so this is a time for you to take that betrayal, those emotions, and for you to apply them in a way that makes you grow as a person. Trust is important, and it is something that most likely you don't give freely. It's something that people have to earn. And you may have given your trust to this person too quickly. You thought that they deserved it, but it doesn't look like they did. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't have broken your trust. So pay attention to what it is that you need to do so that you can deal with the anger and the heartbreak that is going on inside of you. And as a result, you are going to build a stronger person. But before you can do that, you have to get through this phase. Leo, your card this week is perfectionist, pressure, shame avoidance, and hypercriticism. Perfectionism is a myth. It's something that a lot of us strive to be, but something that really nobody can attain. And there's nothing wrong with that. You are a human being, you have emotions, you have pressures, you have shames that you are going through. So, how can you deal with those? How can you make those be present without you criticizing yourself too much? It is important that you let yourself be you. Know that you don't have to be perfect. And by trying to be perfect, you are dismissing the person that you are. All of us are imperfect human beings. So allow yourself to be the imperfect human being that you are. Know that you're going to make mistakes, and you may have just made one. But it is important that you make mistakes because that is how you learn and how you grow. Virgo, your card this week is need to be right, control, argument loop, and fear of losing. All that is happening with your need to be right is that you are creating a wedge between what is and what could be. Our need to control things is a coping mechanism. It's a fear. And it's in this case, it's a fear of losing something, but you're gripping onto it too tight. And what happens when you grip onto things too tight is most of the time, the very thing that you are afraid of losing is the thing that's going to slip right through your fingers. And so you are on the precipice, possibly, of losing that very thing that you are afraid of. Now, with that information comes power because you have the possibility of doing something different. If you choose not to do anything different, and it is a choice, you probably are going to lose what it is that you've been looking for. But by working on yourself, your own issues, and why you need to control it, you can start to change the course of things. So change the course of things so that the very thing that you want doesn't start to slip right through your fingers. Libra, your card this week is fear of intimacy, vulnerability, exposure, and fear of connection. Intimacy is challenging, even for the best of us sometimes. That sense of being vulnerable and showing ourselves to people, especially people that we don't know very well, can be a really challenging thing to have to do. And one of the things that you're here to work on this lifetime, Libra, is connection and how it is that you connect and the relationships that you have with people. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to show yourself to other people, to be seen for who it is that you are, to let that big heart come out so that other people can see it. There is nothing wrong with being vulnerable. In fact, it may just be the key to what it is that you've been looking for. Scorpio, your card this week is escape from stillness, distraction, inner turmoil, and avoidance. Are you trying to fill your days with things so that you don't have to think? A lot of us do it. I do it myself on a somewhat regular basis sometimes. Our distractions are ways of keeping us from thinking and feeling what it is that we need to. You need to think and to feel what it is that's going on inside of you right now. So take a time out Listen, think, allow those emotions to come up. Don't distract yourself from them. The turmoil is here to show you what's going on. So allow yourself to feel it. And with feeling it will come the clarity that you need. Sagittarius, your card is texting storm, panic, overattachment, and abandonment alarm. You are panicking too quickly. That is your first emotion that comes up. And right now, it's time for you to take a step back. Don't press the alarm until you absolutely have to. Something is rising inside of you. You need to feel it. So don't cry wolf before there's a problem. Sometimes we create storms of our own making. And if you react too quickly this week, you have the potential to create that. So don't allow your panic to overwhelm you and to create a bigger situation than what it is that's out there. Take a step back, think, and feel before you react. And that can help you to take that next step forward. Capricorn, your card this week is You Are Worthy by Being, Inherent Value, Enoughness, and Identity. Allowing ourselves to be ourselves can be a really hard thing for a lot of people. Right now, one of your goals is to allow yourself to be seen for who you are and to love yourself for who you are. You have value. You are enough exactly as you are. And you have a sense of identity, and it's an important one. Don't let somebody else's needs override your value. Let me say that again. Don't let somebody else's needs override your value. You have value. Don't let somebody else tell you who you are. You know who you are. And if you don't, this is an opportunity for you to explore who you are. One of the most important things that you will ever do is learn to love yourself. Somebody else loving you is not the same thing. Love yourself enough to let yourself be enough. Aquarius, your card this week is Attracting Wounded Partners, Unhealed Self, Trauma Bond, and Mirror Effect. These people are telling you something about yourself. There's a part of you that wants to be loved. You have an opportunity to heal that part of yourself. People are inherently wounded. We all walk around with our wounds. It's just a part of life. But you don't have to. Your wounds can become kind of just a background noise that other people don't necessarily get to experience unless they know you well. Take a step back from the people that you're attracting. You're attracting those people for a reason. They're here to teach you something. Let them teach you what it is without getting too involved in the situation. Because ultimately, you're looking for a healthier partner, whether it be romantic or just friendship. But the people that you're attracting right now are here to reveal something to you. So let them reveal it. But when you become healthy enough, and you will become healthy enough to see it for what it is, then it's time for you to leave. And Pisces, your card this week is Pain is a Teacher, Recognition, Expression, and Growth. Remember, pain is here to teach us. It is one of the most important things that we can utilize for ourselves. We can't avoid pain. Pain is a natural part of life. It is what it is. But pay attention to it. Know that it is something here to teach you. You don't have to continue down this path. Use it as an opportunity for growth, as a moment for expression, and a time to recognize not necessarily the people around you, but for yourself. So remember, you're not lost. You're between stories. So let the messages find a place in your body, even if they don't make sense yet, because sometimes the most powerful knowing comes in the quiet after the card is pulled. So let the messages you received anchor your next step, even if you can't see the full map yet. Our sun and rising sign are codes that are layered. Let them sit. Let them settle. And if you're craving deeper cosmic guidance and spiritual anchoring, come join me inside the Soul Keys Temple. It's my signature monthly membership. You'll find full details at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. And you can always book a personal soul session with me if you want to go deeper one-on-one. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and the magic continues there. So here's to a week of sacred pivots, anchored clarity, and deep inner resonance. So stay tuned in, stay luminous, stay you, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you for spending your time with me here at Soul Heart Intuitive. If this episode resonated, please be sure to follow the podcast and share it with someone who may need this message today. And if you're ready to explore your own cosmic blueprint, cycles, and the deeper wisdom guiding your path, you can learn more or book a session at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. Until next time, trust your intuition, stay connected to your truth, and remember to stay connected to the wisdom within you.